Hi there, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your April 2017 reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so it can permeate a little before April and towards the middle portion of it. But it should cover roughly the first 2 weeks or so of the month. Okay, I want to pull 2 more cards for your final outcome. Wow. I want to pull these 2 from the bottom and flip the deck over. Death in reverse, Virgo, is your theme. Abundant new beginning, unfolding, underway, judgment, the Fool, the Star, the Moon, strength. Virgo, this is significant. Whatever this shifting of worlds is for you, it is going to redefine and set your path in a whole new direction. But whatever this path is, it's still under configuration in some shape or form. In some shape or form. You're coming out with 2 4s, the 4 of Pentacles up top in your environment, coming sort of to a point of apex in your spread, and the 4 of Swords at the base in your current state. So there's some mirroring going on there. Let me tune in 1 second. Okay. I'll read the cards off to you here. In your deep past is the 9 of Wands, upright. Recent past is the Star, upright. Beautiful. Current state is the 4 of Swords. Advice is Temperance in reverse. Strength, upright, coming in for your current, or rather your near future position. The Moon coming in your hopes and or your fears, which again, right, they can be one and the same. And in your final outcome, I pulled the Father of Swords in reverse, and I instinctively kind of just pulled 2 extra for you there. The Daughter of Pentacles upright and the 2 of Wands in reverse. So we'll look at those 3 in tandem together for your final outcome. Moving right up top, though, we have the Mother of Wands in your energetic pathway that you stepped into that helped lead you to your current state of the 4 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles in your environment position, upright. Judgment in your energetic pathway that you're moving into as you move out of the spread. Which again, right, that energy can kind of be seen in tandem with these 3 in your final outcome. Virgo. This is a loaded mission. That's what I'm feeling and that's what I'm hearing. It's like you're getting your backpack on and you're getting ready to set out on whatever this new journey is for you. Absolutely a journey. Absolutely a journey. Beautiful. And also, right, for your environment position, I pulled the Fool and the Daughter of Cups, both upright, at sort of the base of this environment card, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Lots of characters here. Virgo, lots of characters. And this is customary, I feel, for Virgo, as it has been for the past few readings. A lot of commotion, a lot of there's absolutely been a journey underway, absolutely a journey underway. That's nothing new, right? And similarly, there have been a lot of people, a lot of constituents to this journey that's being made. It's almost like you can't just go and set out as you wish, when you want, the way you want, immediately, now, bam, right? It's like you have to somehow cooperate with others in your environment as it pertains to this rebirth of some kind. That is very much personal. That is very much personal to you. That's very independent. So, Virgo, for some reason, I keep thinking about Aquarius, like insistent crossover. Take it as you will. If you have an ascendant, Aquarius, an Aquarius rising, ascendant, or moon sign, or if you know an Aquarius, this there may be some crossover. Okay, so you may want to check that video out. Nonetheless, let's get right into it. Okay, 9 of Wands in your deep past. Speaking to, paired with the star in your recent past, this is a dream. You knew, right, that there was sort of a dream to be actualized, to be realized, but you didn't know exactly what it was. You couldn't put, right, the face to the name, so to speak. You were sleepwalking. You were sleepwalking, Virgo, towards that dream. It's like in the dream state. I'm getting a strong sleepwalking vibe with this card for you in the spread. It's like in your dream state, right? It's like two lives. One is performed and experienced during the day, right? When the sun is out and we are engaging with others in our environment. And then there's one, right, that we experience in our dream life when we close our eyes and right, imagine and let go of that world that we experience during the day. So it's kind of like this, Virgo. It's kind of like this. You spent a lot of time dreaming about this world, even just ambiguously, abstractly, even if, let's say, you didn't consciously know, right? It's almost like you don't know when you're sleepwalking, but you kind of know, right? Some force is guiding you along this path. It's like you're sleepwalking, right? And you see this light, right? That's guiding you, and you're letting go of your conscious mind, and you're allowing your intuition, your subconscious mind to guide you forward towards what feels to be like home, I'm hearing that, I'm feeling that strongly, home, and I'm hearing star seed. Okay, whatever that may mean for some of you Virgos, it's like you feel, it's like, let me gather. It's a lot of feeling here, Virgo, for you, okay? This is such a deep desire. It's like one that you cannot even fathom fully. You're like, I just have this feeling. I don't even, and it's like in the movies, right? That one scene where the character at some point, right, is like, sees the light and is being guided towards the light and just doesn't even rationalize, right? Is not able to wrap their mind around what they're being guided towards and why. They just know, right? And they're just moving towards it intuitively. That's what I'm feeling for you. You're being magnetized, right? And you're foregoing the rationalization of that process, okay? Which is something very different, right? For Virgo as an archetype. Because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the ruler of communication, right? The intellectual, rational mind. Very logical, very logical. And Virgo, being an earth sign, right, is very more stable, cautious, right? So, I'm feeling and I'm seeing a letting go of those reserves. Okay, to which point you're able to, your mind is like opening in a way. It's like kind of like the eggshell's cracking and you're being reborn. In a profound way, There's a youthfulness to whatever this is. And I keep zeroing in on my peacock or crystal here. And that gold speckle, that one little area of gold that's seen on on the stone is glistening and catching my eye as I read these energies here, right? And the Fool is very much of a golden hued kind of colored card. So there's something, it's like catching your eye. It's like that light, right? Being guided towards that light. It's the glistening off in the distance. It's the light in the fog, right? From the lighthouse at sea that you are catching, right? In that very dreamlike state. So you could be experiencing this through your meditative period, okay? It could have come to you, right, in your sleep, dreams, dream life, very strong. Whoa, very strong. Especially the peacock aura, right? Dreaming, imagination is kind of the forte, I'll say, or the association of this stone. So eliciting the imagination, whatever you've been doing, right, that has been tapping into that, allowing these barriers that maybe otherwise inhibited that place for you, entering that space in your mind and otherwise. So this is in your past though, right? So it's this dream that was sort of uprising, and then now it's sort of like the dream, right, is becoming even more real. Okay, where this is more dreamlike, the state of sleepwalking. This is like the actualization in with greater clarity, where you're like, what was otherwise, right? Just ambiguous, an ambiguous draw, signified by the moon, is now colorful, right? It is now fathomable in some way, where you're now like, I know what that dream is. I now know what I'm being guided towards. I know kind of, right, what the nucleus of that is and why I want it. Now you're thinking about, how do I make it happen, right? So it's interesting because it's this oscillation between the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and then back to the conscious mind, the logical mind. How do we make this happen in this outer dimension? So it's like you're getting deep into this meditative state, and it's like you're entering this world, right? It's like you're literally you're passing through this portal and you're entering this world, and in this world, right, you're thinking about whatever this dream is, with no inhibitions, right? Nothing, no logical mind, and then it's like, whoop, sucked back out. You now, right, are bringing with you, right, that realization that came about in that dream state, and you're now thinking, how do I bring this about and make it functional in this other realm, in the day, right, in that environment? So it's the merging of these two worlds that I'm feeling you're now focused on bringing together. Okay. And the prominence of the number 4 for you, 2 and 2, right? Halves. I'm feeling is related to that. Okay. Now, you stepped up into the Mother of Wands. This is the energy that you harness that helped lead you to your current state of the 4 of Swords. So this is very, very fertile, creative energy. Right? Fire, creation, the spark. And the Mother of Wands is coiled about her eggs, looking down at this 4 of Swords. And it's interesting. It's very interesting. Because why? I'm feeling like these are the two halves of it's like this, Virgo. It's like these are the two halves of your conscious and subconscious being. Look at this. The Mother of Wands coiled about her eggs. It's a mothering, right? Very fertile energy. It's a protective, but also one that, right, that is somewhat looking off into the distance, right? There's a sense of time, right, and the regard for it on this Mother of Wands card. Similarly, look at this 4 of Swords card. It's kind of the opposite. It's like very sorry about that, Virgo. Let me absolutely put that on silent. And, okay. Right? So, it's, there's a youthfulness by contrast to this card. Right? Where this baby lamb, it's almost like the Mother of Wands is like looking off. It's like looking off into the future at her baby, almost. Look at that. This is very interesting, Virgo. Very interesting, right? It's like a Russian doll effect, but through time and space. It's trippy, right? It's like you're looking off into the future, and it's this. I'm telling you, it's like in and out of dimensions, even perhaps. Okay, but nonetheless, it's like your subconscious mind, right? It's like you're stepping into that very fertile space where you are thinking, right? You are realizing and actualizing and tapping into the awareness of your creative gifts, of your creative talent that you are guarding, yes, right? But in such a way that just merely communicates and speaks to the sense of alliance that you have with your ability as a manifester, as a creator, right? This is not like I'm not feeling this is like a defensive, combative sort of protection over your creative assets. I'm feeling it's like when you enter this world of the dreamlike state, you're like, I know what I'm working with. I know my potential, my capacity to create, right? But then it's like she's looking down, like at this card, which is sort of what is more in the conscious reality, okay? And so, there we see here a need to transform, to officially, once and for all, pursue, right, this dream that we dream, depicted by the sun on the forehead, third eye chakra area of the baby lamb. So it's a matter of, I'm getting this, Virgo, in your waking day life, right? What thought patterns are perhaps, what propensities, right, of the strategic, logical mind are somehow, in some shape or form, hindering your movement forward along this new path, right? It's about merging these two worlds completely, bringing them together, bringing our whole being together in such a way where it's the human half, right, the logical, rational mind, and our spiritual being coming together in harmony and cooperation. So it's about thinking really critically about what, right? What is still lying in dissonance, right, with this dream we have? What doesn't align with where we see ourselves in the future? So your advice is temperance in reverse. It's like, get on it. It's like, get on it. It's like enough, right? Fanning your flame and your fire. Pick up the wand and wield it, right? Start to experiment. That's what I'm feeling strongly. Experiment. Get your fingers, right? Dirty. Okay, start to whatever this is that you're like, you are driven to, right? You have recognized this propensity. It could be something like, let's just say, for example, I know I would be a wonderful painter. I am so, I'm magnetized by the colors. I am entranced by the canvas and the paintbrush, right? It's meant to be held in my hand. Virgo, right? It's like, if you feel like this about something, and you have this draw, this pull to whatever this vocation is, or whatever this even exercise is, whatever it is, even if it's small or big or insignificant or significant in the human world, I'm feeling it will behoove you to, right, actively pursue it, right? Even if it's just starting small, right? Just dabbling, right? Getting a little palette with, mini tubes of paint and a little brush, mini paintbrush, and a canvas, and or just a piece of paper, and just start small, right? Just take it from the subconscious dream world to the real world, okay? The human, this 3D dimension, or this, however you want to call it, right? So, okay. Now, near future, strength, beautiful, beautiful. I really love this for you, Virgo. Why? Because look at this, right? There's so much fire that we're seeing budding beneath the surface, just brimming, just simmering beneath the horizon, right, of the sea. It's like a wave that's building beneath the surface, building, and it's a matter of bringing that wave, right, over the edge so that it, right, actually performs its cycle, right, of being a wave. Okay, so there's a lot of potential here, right? Creative potential. And we're seeing it, right, with the Mother of Wands. We're seeing it with the Mother of Wands. We're seeing it absolutely with the Nine of Wands, right? Heavy, heavy fire wand energy. We're also seeing it to some degree on the sun, on the forehead of this lamb, right? But again, it's that abstraction. It's the concept of the sun that's only in our mind, that we're not actively engaging in, right? Playing with fire quite yet. And then we're seeing it here, right? The heating to light that match in some shape or form and begin the process. So this is fire, absolutely fire. And then we have major fire card. Major fire card. This is Leo's card. Okay, and I believe this is Sagittarius. Temperance is Sagittarius. Nonetheless, Leo, right? Fire. And it's upright. So this speaks to, I'm feeling you're like once and for all, like that's it. This is the path. You know what? It's a matter of me standing up and being the sun, being the light, right? Creating my world, right? Enough sitting, right, from afar and watching this dream like a movie. I'm ready to wake up. But when I wake up, that dream is not going to end. I'm going to carry that dream with me into this reality as well. That is the crossover. That is the shift. That is the melding of these two worlds, Virgo, that you are in the process of undertaking. Whoa. Okay. And it speaks to the transformation of your being. But you are going to have to step into this, right? And I'm feeling you absolutely will. Like you, and I felt this energy for you for a long while, Virgo. You've been taking this new beginning, right? In stride. You've been taking it, really wielding, right? The wand, right? Wielding the wand, but also the reins. Okay, so hopes and or fears, the moon, Virgo. So for your, I believe it was the full moon reading, the last full moon reading that I did for Virgo, there was this concept. I had this vision of you. I remember it. Clearly I remember it. You are driving down this windy road through this forest, and, right, it's like mysterious. It's maybe dark. There are trees everywhere, right? Very much like the moon card. But you are unshaken by its mystery. In fact, you are further enticed. It's like almost like it's like it was a challenge for you in the past, maybe, to confront this, right? This path that requires of you to let go more and to follow intuition over right, logic, perhaps. And so it's the overcoming of this propensity, this old way of doing things, that drove you so strongly, right, to face that fear, to do what was otherwise difficult in the past, and you just became like supercharged. Like I saw you like both hands on the wheel, like unfazed by right, the swerving darkness. Like you are just right, and people in the car are like, whoa, what are you doing? Like it's dark out here, and where are we going? Like, but you, right, you've got that inner navigation that's guiding you, your intuition, down this path. So when this moon card, right, shows up in your hopes and or your fears, I'm feeling for you, Virgo, that you're like, bring it on. You're like, bring it on, because I am bringing the sun, I'm bringing the light, and that light is radiating from within me. right? I'm not at the mercy of the situation. I can be in any situation. In fact, even a very dark one, right? One that's considered very dark and mysterious. And yet, the light will follow. I will illuminate my path. I will illuminate my path. I am my light. So it's like turning on that switch. Boop, I'm on and I'm ready to move forward. So, beautiful, Virgo. Beautiful. Okay. And you're enchanted by this. Whatever this is. Whatever this is. It's like, you know, in the movies when there's that one character, and for like 3/4 of the movie, right, the character is depicted as one who's just kind of like, has difficulty exerting themselves in certain situations, kind of shy, maybe reserved, whatever it may be. And then they do like a 360, right, at like the middle portion climax of the movie, and they turn into this, like, there's just a scene where they turn into this character who's so almost even anomalous, like, whoa, everyone's like staring at them like, whoa, what happened to you? Right? And they just become totally like bold, and they don't even, it's like they're acting from a place that's not even consciously configured. Right? It's not like they woke up and were like, today I'm gonna make the effort to just, you know, exert myself in these situations more, like in this way and in that way, and I'll do certain things like this that will challenge me. No, like this is like you woke up and you're like just embodying that new form of existence for yourself. And that is so powerful, Virgo, right? Because it's coming from a place that is so real. That is so real. Okay. Calling. Soul calling. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling for you, Virgo. Ooh, interesting. I was going to pick up these 3 cards, the Father of Swords and these 2, the Daughter of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. And as I picked up these 3 cards, the Father of Swords sneakily flipped over, and I was left with these 2. Very, very interesting. So let me tune into that 1 second, Virgo. Okay. Okay. This can be your own propensity. Absolutely, Virgo, right? Ruled by Mercury, very strong intellectual air energy. And if again, right, you feel, and you find that in the past, right, you took on a more intellectually driven approach to your life or situations in your life, right? That propensity has now been transformed completely. Like you have surrendered to that part of yourself. It's like, I'm not letting my intellectual mind, my rational mind, take me over, right? Hack my ability to live a balanced life. Creating as a manifestor, right? Tapping into also a very more ethereal sort of form of existence. So, what was otherwise very strong, persistent, logical meanderings of the mind, you're now, right? You're now like, wait a second, that only hinders my progress and my movement forward. Right? I'm ready for the journey. Okay, look at this Daughter of Pentacles. She's ready, right? It's like Dora the Explorer. She's like ready to move. She's ready to build. She's ready to create. She's ready to discover, right? Look at her. There's a curiosity to her. This rainbow looming up ahead. And paired with the 2 of Wands, it's like that is the path that is being shoveled forward for her to move down and along. And she's looking over the Father of Swords, kind of like, you're irrelevant now. Look at their interaction. Look at their interaction. It's like this, Virgo. It's like this. I'm hearing like so fresh and so new. It's like this. It's like this. You know, in certain industries, right, where you need a certain skill set. Okay, let's just use the example of technology, right? Technology changes so quickly, right? Especially if it's in computer science or whatever else. And learning a computer science language, it can be very easy, right, to to become very quickly irrelevant in the industry, right? It's like that industry changes so swiftly, so quickly, right? Languages get developed so fast that even if you get your degree, right, in, let's say, a certain computer science language, once you graduate, right, within a few years, there's already another language that's come out, and you find that I am somewhat, right, obsolete. Like, my skill set is a little bit out of date, right? So it's sort of like that, right? And then it's like, okay, well, those who graduate sooner, right, more recently rather, are somehow more desirable for this position. So I'm feeling like you have stepped up. You've stepped up your game. You've stepped up, even if this can be sort of a reconfiguration of resume, of skills, like going back to school, deciding, hey, I want to get this other degree, right? I want to update my skills, my portfolio. I want to somehow modernize, reinvent myself, reinvent the wheel, right? So I'm feeling where previously, right, you were like taking on more of like a conventional approach, logical approach. It's like this is like Virgo 2.0. Okay, this energy right here is Virgo 2.0. Like, look, guys, you're not going to get anywhere sitting on this, sitting perched with this colorful sword. It's like you need to take that color and you need to begin to paint the canvas with that, right? Rather than just embodying it in abstract form. It's like, let's really start painting. And so the Daughter of Pentacles is like, I know the way, guys, this way. And that's really what's happening here with this interaction, right? And so the Two of Wands, though, in reverse, speaking to the need to clearly delineate, define the path forward, the creative direction. How exactly, right, do I want to move forward with this? There's so many maybe avenues that I can take, so many ways that I can configure the foundation of this new beginning for myself, right? And so you could be taking the time to really ruminate about it. But here's the thing. I will also say this. I want to say this, Virgo, that this can be an individual. Okay, this can be an individual. And this can be an individual. Okay, I'm feeling this might be for different people. Absolutely, right? This could have been an individual who, I'm feeling this really represents you, Virgo, for the strong majority, okay, of those watching. I'm feeling that this represents your propensity, your older propensity to move through, right, and make decisions. But what I want to say is that this can be someone who comes in. It's almost like an intern. Like it's like an apprentice. I don't know. I'm hearing that. Like it's like someone who is maybe younger than you, right? Who you feel has the skills, has the knowledge about this path that you're trying to pave forward. Who can come, right, and help you clearly. Look, this is what you got to do. Like, oh, you've been doing it all wrong all along. Like, this is not how you're gonna do it, right? Like, you gotta. The feeling I'm getting is like someone who it's like exactly like this, Virgo. Like when someone, right, has a business, let's say a brick and mortar business, and they want to expand it into the internet, right, the e-commerce dimension. Well, let's say that person, brick and mortar store owner, has no knowledge of how to get an e-commerce business up and running. They understand conceptually that the direction, right, of the trend is moving elsewhere, right? And that they need to hop on that bandwagon, right? Like, I know it's all about social media. I know I need to get myself out there, right? Media presence. But how do I do that? I have no idea. I've owned this store for how many years, and I've been operating my business in this way and that way. So perhaps someone comes in. It's like the hiring of someone, right, who's like young and savvy, gets that world, the new world that you need to move into. And you will be gaining some form of assistance from that individual. It's like they know the path forward, okay? And so maybe you guys are going to come and work together in forming, right, the direction, the creative direction for whatever this is. So whoever this is very strong creative energy. I'm feeling tingly by it. Okay, so whoever this is, if this is your own propensity, woohoo, like that's awesome, right? Because you seem to really like, whoa, you snapped back from this propensity. You redefined your approach. But if it is an individual, they have a lot to offer you. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. Four of Pentacles in your environment position. I'm feeling this is absolutely speaking to this concept here. Daughter of Pentacles, Two of Wands in reverse. The configuration of this new journey, right? How are we going to step forward along this path? What are the financial, I'm hearing limitations. Okay, what are the financial limitations to whatever this project is? The setting of these stones. What goes into doing this? That's really, right, in a more strategic, fine-tuned manner is what you are busy with, okay? And I'm feeling it involves the collaboration of minds. So if this is another person, right, you and this person coming together, right, brain bending, brainstorming, right? How can we make this happen in a way that's stable and yet also conducive for creativity? Okay, but you're thinking about the long term, right? Even as creative as this process is, you're thinking about the long term. How is this going to eventually, right, be able to be scalable and successful into the long term? Okay, which is very much a Virgo thing, right? So you're still incorporating that earth element of stability and concern for the long term in this newfound process. Okay, beneath that, you have the Fool and the Daughter of Cups. And they're kind of like in a V formation, right? Right at the base of this Four of Pentacles. So, whatever this new journey is, right? It's like every brainstorm session is going to activate this new, it's like a brain synapse that is just being formed, right? Where you're like, I have never thought about something in this way. This is it's like a workout for your brain, right? And it's beautiful. Like, that's the best kind of workout, right? I mean, it's good to work out in every way, right? But that is also the brain, right? Reinventing the way we see things and do things. I feel is so important, especially for you along this new path and journey, right? Remembering that we're still young. It's never too old to teach an old. It's never too young to teach an old dog. What? It's never too late to teach an old dog a new trick, right? So. That was a tongue twister. But nonetheless, the Fool and the Daughter of Cups, Virgo. This is a very colorful process for you, okay? And it's requiring of you to sort of strip down every sort of knowing of how you've done something so that you can move forward, right? And reinvent yourself by way of the reinvention of your environment and your surroundings and your career. That's what I'm feeling, strongly career. Okay. Now, in your final outcome, you have Judgment. This is the energetic pathway card that's seen in tandem with your final outcome. So, major decision to be made, and it may involve two people. It may involve a partnership of some sort. I'm compelled to say that. I'm zeroing in on the 2 10s, right? This is the number 20, Major Arcana card. So, it's like flying together. It's like, I'm hearing this, Virgo. Am I flying solo or am I flying, are we flying together? And so it could be a matter of the fusion. It could be speaking to the two halves of yourself or you and another person as it pertains to this new beginning of a career. Nonetheless, right? It's this, it's upright. It's upright. And if these are two people, if this is you and another person, whatever this, it's like a unification is what I'm feeling this decision is. To, like, okay, we brainstormed. We're brainstorming, right? We're brainstorming. But are we going to lift off with this? With the blueprint? Are we gonna actually, right? Press the button and go. So Virgo, whatever this may be pertaining to, there's a decision, there's a major change, there's a feeling of alleviation, right? A progress with this process that absolutely is taking place. But it requires of you, right, to do away as much as you can with the old world, with the more conventional way of thinking and doing. And that is going to allow the expansion of your mind to take place, okay, and of your soul and your intuition to feed this process, right? As I'm feeling, that is what, right, is really guiding it along. Okay, Daughter of Cups, water, emotion, intuition. The Fool, surrendering. Surrender, seen with death. Surrender, right? Fool, 0, Major Arcana, the very first card. Death is the end of the cycle. So, right? As much, this is your theme, as much as you can let go of the past, okay, and surrender to, by way of that faith in the process, right? And keeping your mind's eye on whatever this destination is, right? That you're being intuitively guided towards. The faster, the more seamless this transition is going to be for you, okay? And I will say this. Legal parameters of whatever this is may require a close look, okay? The Son of Swords can also speak, right, to legal counsel. So if you feel the need, if it's like, if it occurred to you at some point that maybe I should think about the legal parameters of this project, absolutely heed that, right? And we are in Venus retrograde, so just keep that in mind, right? It's not right the most opportune time to sign on the dotted line. So whatever you may need to do, right? Right, it may behoove you to wait until even, I would say, Mercury retrograde is over with in May. I believe it's May 3rd or so. Okay, don't quote me on that though. I'm going to check after this video. So, all right, nonetheless, Virgo, it seems that you're on such an exciting journey forward. My goodness. All power to you, Virgo, as to all. And I hope that March ends beautifully for you and trails into April with a bang. All right? Love and light to you guys. Bye.